you guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you have all been well. So today we are here to do a first impression on the new L'Oreal Total Cover Foundation. This is a new drugstore foundation. I absolutely love the L'Oreal range, and so I'm really excited to try this guy. So yeah, let's just get into the details about this foundation. Okay, so first off, it is 1 fluid ounce and it comes in a tube like this. It says the finish is natural. It wears up to 24 hours. It has high complete coverage. You guys know, like, I'm definitely gonna put that to the test. And it's supposed to be air-light texture. So it says it's a pro face and body foundation, ultra lightweight with seamless coverage. I believe I got this for around $12, and the tube looks like this. I'm really excited to use it because I actually love the tip right here. It seems like it would be super good to just like dot over the face and just to get into it. So we're just gonna try it out. Okay, so for today's test, I'm actually gonna use this Eloise brush on one side of my face. I'm going to use a damp sponge on the other, and we're gonna see which one applies better. So I'm just gonna dot this all over my face. I got shade 301, which is the lightest that they offer. I wasn't really that impressed with the color selection. Ugh. Like, this is 301, so I'm hoping it works because 302 is like a gray shade on me. So very interesting, we will see. It didn't really like apply that great, to be honest, but anyways, we're gonna take the sponge over here. I'm gonna zoom you guys in just a tad. I have a lot of acne down here, so when it says full coverage, we're definitely gonna see about that. Okay, I'm just gonna blend. So far it's pretty white, but of course, you know, I chose the lightest shade, so I can't even like be mad at that. I don't know quite yet what I think. It's very white. Okay, so you guys can see how much coverage that gives me right there. It actually went on really well with this makeup brush. Now let's try the sponge. The sponge is gonna give me a lot of coverage. It is a very thick foundation, so I feel like I would have to blend forever to get this even. Okay, so far it's just like sitting really weirdly on top of the skin. Like, it's really not blending nicely. It's like a very patchy foundation. Like, I feel like it's really hard to blend with a sponge. Do you guys see that? Like, do you guys see this right here? Do you guys see the foundation buildup right here and along anything that's just like the slightest dry? Like, it's not even blending out. It's not even blending out on my forehead right there. Okay, I'm gonna go over with this brush and see if it'll help anything. So I feel like this brush is like the way to go when using this foundation. It actually blends everything. Although it gets me down to like really low coverage, it blends everything so much more flawlessly than the sponge. Okay, you guys, so here's what one layer looks like. Actually, when I use the brush, it's very reasonable. You can still see all of my acne over here, but like the finish is really nice. It's just like dry patches galore though. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with a little more and try to get this full coverage and see if we can kind of blur out those dry patches. So I'm gonna dot it all over. Okay, so now that I'm using this foundation like consecutively, this squeeze thing is actually kind of annoying because it actually requires like a lot of pressure. Like, my thumb started hurting to do a second layer. So I'm gonna blend out with this brush again. You guys, this is the most unforgiving foundation that I've ever tried. So far it looks pretty good from far away. It's just up close where it looks really bad. So maybe next time I use this, I would use like a Smashbox primer water, maybe like a little oil, because right now Looks good from this distance, but up close, it's pretty bad. So I'm gonna finish the rest of my foundation. I will give you an update then. Okay, you guys, so I'm done with my makeup. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see what the status of everything is. I feel like since this settled onto fine lines so like easily, as my skin like warms up and produces oil, it's actually gonna start to look good. So fingers crossed for that process. So far, I actually don't hate it. I don't like how it's clinging onto anything, but I think I made this shade match me pretty well. And yeah, I'm just gonna set it with Fix Plus to get it to sink into my skin. I didn't set the rest of my face with powder because I felt like it dried to such like a powdery finish that I didn't need to. Like, I don't like feel anything heavy on my face whatsoever, but the coverage looks like super good. I'm gonna set it a little bit to try and get rid of the powderness. And then we're left with a radiant finish. You guys, looks really good. I know I kind of let it have it in the beginning, but right now, I really like how it looks. A little tough with the rough patches and dry patches, but so far so good. It is currently 12:43. I have a long day. I want to do like a really like Asian inspired dish for dinner, so I need to go grocery shopping. And yeah, I need to clean up a little bit of Aya's stuff, and I'll just give you guys updates as the day goes on. Okay, you guys, I'm giving you a check-in. It's around 3:30, and the foundation looks really good. Honestly, no oil breakthrough like at all, and I went and ran errands. This lighting might be washing me out 1 second. Okay, so here's like more natural, even balanced lighting. Still looks super good. It still feels really good on the skin. It doesn't feel like oil is gonna break through any second like the Hourglass foundation did. That one I was just like waiting for the oil to come. This one, it seems like really trustworthy. An oily girl can say that she trusts this foundation. So far it's really good. No oil breakthrough at all, and my skin's really starting to smooth over, and it's not looking as dry thanks to the setting spray and then just my natural heat heating up this foundation. So far, so good. Okay, you guys, so I'm back to give you an update. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening. So far, everything still looks really good. There is really no oil breakthrough at all on my face. The foundation is settling in really nicely. No real oxidation. Yeah, so far I'm really impressed. It's wearing like a champ. Okay, you guys, so it's a little later in the evening now, and I'm here to give you my final thoughts on this foundation. So initially at application, it clung onto everything. You guys could see that it was just like sitting on my face. It was completely like immobile. Like, I could not blend it out with a sponge. It took the real like paddle brush to get in there and actually smooth it out evenly. Once I did that though, it was starting to look a lot better. What really fixed it was setting with setting spray, and then even on like when I was setting my concealer, I used a translucent powder like the Secret Brightening Powder instead of the heavy matte baking under eye powder. I felt like since everything was so powdery already, just adding in more heavy powder was just gonna go like completely cakey. But honestly, I haven't touched up at all, and this foundation is like super impressive. Color was really forgiving with me also. Like when I first put it on, it was super white and I thought it wasn't gonna work out, but it's really like adapted with the heat of my body, and it's just became like a really nice solid foundation. So I'm actually pretty impressed. It definitely is like competing long time wear like the Estee Lauder Double Wear or like the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. It is right up there with them. I have like zero breakthrough. It's actually like really insane how my oil has stayed at bay. So this foundation might be for you if you have like super oily skin and you find like nothing stays on you. I'm actually like really impressed. Even if you kind of have dry skin, if you would mix in like an oil with this foundation, or if you would use like a primer water beforehand, something to really moisten up your base, I think that this foundation will work really well with you. But just keep in mind that when you do put it on, it is super drying, so you are gonna have to do some steps and change your routine to combat that. But you guys, that really wraps up my review. A thumbs up from me. I'm like really impressed and surprised. So I'm curious to know as what you guys think of this foundation. If you are gonna try it or if you have tried it, I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.